Have you ever stopped to think about why you behave differently when no one is around? Why certain things irritate you? Why some people leave you exhausted? Or why you react so quickly in moments you can't fully explain? None of this happens by accident. These reactions come from deep psychological patterns that say far more about you than you might realize. If you stay with this idea until the end, you may recognize parts of yourself you've never noticed before, and finally understand why you think, feel, and act the way you do. Even the smallest daily habits reveal more than most people think, and most don't realize what they're showing. Let's begin with something simple: how you deal with silence. People who can sit quietly without immediately reaching for their phone often have stronger emotional regulation. It's not about discipline, it's that their mind feels safe in stillness. When silence feels uncomfortable, it usually means there's something unresolved inside. Noise becomes a way to escape, not something to enjoy. Pay attention to how you react to small inconveniences. Getting irritated by slow internet, long lines, or someone moving too slowly usually isn't about the situation itself. It reflects what's happening internally. People who snap easily are often overwhelmed, not angry. Their stress load is already high, and the inconvenience becomes the breaking point. The way you treat strangers can say even more. Being kind to people who can't offer you anything, cashiers, servers, janitors, elderly neighbors, often shows that empathy comes naturally to you. You're not kind for approval. You're kind because it's part of who you are. Your surroundings also reflect your inner world. A messy room doesn't always mean laziness. Many creative or fast-thinking people move mentally faster than their routines can keep up with. Meanwhile, people who need perfectly organized spaces often do so because disorder makes their nervous system uneasy. Controlling their environment helps quiet their mind. Notice how you react when someone interrupts you. Feeling defensive or irritated may point to a past where you weren't truly heard, so your mind learned to guard your voice. If you become silent instead, your brain may associate quietness with safety. Both responses come from earlier experiences. Your relationship with time is revealing as well. Being consistently early can come from a fear of disappointing others. Being habitually late often has less to do with carelessness and more to do with time blindness or mental overload. One habit many overlook is self-talk. The way you speak to yourself shapes what your brain believes about you. A harsh inner voice feels like fact, not opinion. A supportive one builds resilience. Whether you realize it or not, you are constantly narrating your own life. These habits may seem minor, but they reveal the core of your psychology. Once you recognize these patterns, you begin to see who you truly are beneath the surface. Emotions aren't random, they're signals. Often they reveal things before you can put them into words. Start here. The emotion you avoid the most often points to your deepest wound. If embarrassment feels unbearable, you may have grown up where mistakes weren't safe. Avoiding sadness can mean you learn to hide pain to stay strong for others. Fear of anger often comes from seeing it used destructively. The emotions you resist most are your past speaking. Your reaction to compliments is another clue. If you deflect praise, your mind may not trust positive attention. If compliments feel deeply meaningful, you may have spent much of your life overlooked. Emotional triggers work the same way. When a small comment upsets you instantly, it's rarely about the comment itself. It's about what it represents: being dismissed, ignored, judged, or unseen. Triggers point directly to areas that still need healing. The people you attach to also tell a story. Holding on to those who treat you poorly can reflect a desire to earn love you didn't receive before. Pushing away kind people may come from learning that closeness wasn't safe. Staying too long in painful situations often happens because familiarity feels safer than the unknown. Your response to conflict reveals early conditioning. Whether you fight, freeze, shut down, over-explain, or rush to fix everything, these patterns formed long before you were aware of them. Even your sense of humor carries meaning. Sometimes it connects, sometimes it protects, sometimes it hides pain or anxiety. These patterns aren't flaws, they're clues. They show what shaped you, what still protects you, and what still hurts. If you want to know what truly matters to someone, look at what they fear losing. Fear isn't weakness, it reflects values. Fear of failure often comes from caring about growth. Fear of rejection points to valuing connection. Fear of being misunderstood shows a need for authenticity. Many people fear success because they worry they'll outgrow the people around them. It's not the success, it's the loneliness they fear. Vulnerability is another common fear, often rooted in times when openness led to harm. Guardedness doesn't mean a lack of emotion, it means self-protection. Fears also define boundaries. Fear of confrontation may come from being taught to keep the peace. Fear of control may reflect lost autonomy. Fear of being overlooked often comes from years of proving your worth. These fears are survival responses, not character defects. More importantly, fears also point to potential. Fear of speaking hints at influence. Fear of intimacy suggests the capacity for deep connection. Fear of failure often hides the potential for mastery. Where fear exists, growth is waiting. Love reveals even more. People who give too much often learn that love had to be earned. Those who give too little may have learned that relying on others wasn't safe. Love languages carry history too. Words, time, service, touch, all often reflect something that was missing before. How you argue matters as well. Shutting down, fixing immediately, becoming defensive, or over-explaining all come from earlier experiences. The partners you choose reflect what feels familiar, not necessarily what's healthy. Your quiet moments reveal just as much. What you do with free time, how you treat yourself after mistakes, what you laugh at, listen to, think about late at night. These are psychological fingerprints. Even your goals reveal your inner world. It's not the goal that defines you, but the reason behind it. And here's the powerful truth. Who you are becoming is already visible in your small daily choices. How you talk to yourself, what you prioritize, the boundaries you set, the habits you're trying to change, the moments you pause instead of reacting. Your true self isn't hidden. It's written in your habits, reactions, fears, relationships, and everyday decisions. The more you understand these patterns, the clearer your identity becomes. You're not a mystery, you're a story. And now you're finally learning how to read it.